I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. Human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Deciphering My Experience. My name is Eric, and we've got some fun topics to talk about today. And we have some stuff going on with the channel. I guess let me start with the channel first. I've picked up some equipment. Sounds good. Video's doing good. It's going to help me share more information faster. It's actually challenging to try to get everything done on a laptop. It's like a Leatherman type tool in the AV world, I've learned. So I picked up some more hardware that should help me disseminate information faster and to connect with folks and give you a better product. So follow along on the channel. I am now, I got my first live broadcast under my belt with the Global Enlightenment Radio Network. I'll be on Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that would be 3 to 5 Alaska time. I don't have a guest set up for the 21st coming up, but I do have a guest lined up for the 28th. So that'll be Veronica Bartolini. She is a SSP veteran. She has been on Penny Bradley's show before. She's been on Super Soldier Talk with James Rink, and I believe also some local radio channels over in her area as well. She reached out to me. It appears we may have some family history in the past or something like that, and my work might be involved, but we're going to just discuss it, her and I, on air, and we'll get it all figured out. So that should be a lot of fun. But for today, we're going to be talking about UFOs, USOs, and CIA declassified documents, some of my favorite topics. So let's see if we can get right into some of this stuff here. We got, let's see, what can I find? Let's go back to, there it is. This was the interesting one. So this week we had, let's see, this week we had, what was his name? It was, Hamashed was, a higher up in Israel. I forget his title there, but he disclosed this week that their program is affiliated with some UFO programs. He made some other claims, and this is interesting because Paul Hellyer, who was the Ministry of Defense in Canada, came out a few years ago and also, you know, had some really profound statements. But this is what came out this week. So let's just take a gander at what's going on, and we'll see if we can pull that up for you folks. and just take a listen to what's been going on.
Aliens are real, and US President Donald Trump knows about it. Israel's former space security chief has made an unprecedented claim in an interview. 87-year-old Haim Eshed, who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 3 decades, has reportedly stressed that they are keeping aliens' existence a secret as humanity is not ready for them. There's an agreement between the US government and the aliens as they wish to research and understand the fabric of the universe, he further added. Not just that, Eshed reportedly went on to claim that Donald Trump stopped short of revealing their existence because the Galactic Federation insisted.
I mean, that's a lot being thrown right out there, folks. I know a lot of people say, oh, when are we going to get disclosure? When's it going to happen? It's already happened. It's already out there. And it's just, it's the nature of the beast. So pay more attention to these stories and things that are moving around in the news, because it's, you know, there's things going on. There is truth out there, and it is happening right before your eyes, for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. But another interesting topic that came up this week, and I wonder how many folks have seen it. But I feel like, and comment and let me know if you agree, but the topic of UFOs seems to be transitioning to include USOs, unidentified submerged objects, and that seems to be coming up more and more. And I have this clip here today, and I'm just curious if you guys are seeing things like this as well on your radar. So let's just take a listen.
Listen up, all you believers. 2 classified Pentagon reports on UFOs have been revealed, including a newly leaked photo. Here it is, showing what the pilot described as a silver object found hovering above the Atlantic Ocean. And if you zoom in, it appears to be some sort of triangular object. The report reportedly could not rule out alien or non-human technology. Now, here's where it gets really weird. There is some speculation that some UFOs are able to move through the air and underwater, raising the possibility that aliens are operating beneath the ocean. You know what they say, Jeff, that we know more about the moon and outer space than we know about our own ocean.
Exactly. They're living in the center of Earth, just like they're living in the center of the moon.
He thinks they're in the moon.
Oh, Jeff has his candy shell
He
Skittles
thinks the moon's
theory.
inside out. He's not going to let go of that.
I like it.
I think we have a lot to learn when it comes to alien life. I think it's all been classified for a reason. I think it's dripping out.
I think most people know. I think most people think there are.
We're starting to. I think.
I just want to pause this right there, because this gentleman that just said that, I think everybody already knows. I watched another clip earlier, and it shows that this stuff is, you know, pretty much propagandized, and they just play roles and play characters, because on another show they were discussing UFOs and he came from a completely different position. So I guess he had a different script that day. But let's get back to the rest of this.
I think we know the tip of the iceberg, bro.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I know we're at a frat bar. Let me turn my hat backwards, play some darts.
Beer pong.
All right. I guess that was all there was to that one technically, but oh well. You get the gist. So USOs seem to be more the topic as of late. I find that wildly interesting because some of you may know I recently went out to an area known as Ketchikan, Alaska. Wow. So I went out to Ketchikan, Alaska recently, and the producers wanted me to work on an investigation that they were also checking into that was similar to the work that I was doing. And it was about USOs and submerged secret bases and unidentified flying objects and things moving off the coast of Alaska. So I would like people to let me know if they're seeing that more often as well. But lastly, the final thing that I wanted to go over was in my research. Some of you may know that I mine the CIA's website for Freedom of Information Act information that's available. So I have been following the Stargate program now for quite some time, and it goes through many decades. But myself personally, I have great trouble getting information beyond 1994. But this document that I found today is a pretty fantastic read because it lets me know that there's a path to follow. So let me throw my readers on because I'm getting old, and let's see what we can figure out here today with you folks on this one. So let's switch over to that guy there. And we have Stargate program. Of the funds available to the Defense Intelligence Agency, the committee directs that $500,000 be applied to the Stargate program and that the current 10 billets remain assigned to the program. The committee requests that funds be applied roughly equally to the foreign assessment, research, and operational viewing. The committee is concerned that congressional direction in the past regarding the solicitation of users across the NFIP and DoD and development of joint programs with the Russians and Chinese has only been sporadically pursued. The committee remains perplexed by the obvious reluctance of support on the part of the DIA leadership for this program. There's a few lines there that are blanked out, followed by, it believes, for example, that liaison activities by program personnel and the personnel of similar programs in other nations should be pursued and does not accept the excuse that this somehow compromises U.S. intelligence activities. The committee also believes that the time has come for a reevaluation of the classification of the existence of this effort, as well as the results that have been obtained over time. If the DIA has difficulty filling the billets that have been set aside for this activity by DIA personnel, consideration should be given to using them for liaison purposes with appropriate user organizations. Thus, the committee wishes renewed effort on the part of the DIA to pursue the following work schedule in fiscal year 95. Fiscal year 95, folks. There you have it. It is continuing beyond 1994. So that made me very happy to find that today. But let's continue reading. The DCI is requested to construct a retrospective review and technical analysis of the data that has been produced by the program since its inception 20 years ago. This includes an inventory and analysis of the files held in the CIA while it administered the program, as well as in DIA. The study should also address the compliance of the program with congressional direction. The DCI's Declassification Committee should review the history and nature of this program to determine what parts of it may be declassified and be converted into an open world activity. The director of DIA is requested to initiate further contacts with individuals involved in the Russian program to establish an open world declassified activity of cooperation between the two programs and report to the oversight committees by February 1, 1995 on the results of his initiatives in this regard. Prior to the letting of contracts with outside entities, the committee requests to be notified according to established notification procedures. Stargate. In the post-Cold War era, the nature and activities of the Stargate program are more relevant to the mission of the Central Intelligence Agency program than the military intelligence services. Therefore, the conferees direct the director of DIA to transfer 10 civilian billets and $500,000 that are currently dedicated to the Stargate program to the CIAP. Transfer of Stargate resources and management to the CIAP should be completed by July 1, 1995. Conferees direct the DCI to submit a status report to the appropriate committees by March 1, 1995. The report must include 1. Management strategy, 2. Transfer status, 3. Identification of a program manager. The directions for Stargate included in the Senate report are adopted by the conferees. Well, folks, looks like we're back on the trail. So from 1995 on, I am now hunting for somebody known as the program manager of the Stargate program in the CIAP. So if anybody can help me out on that one, I would really appreciate it. We need to get this stuff figured out, and it will be better for everybody in the end when we can get these programs dialed in and figured out. There's a lot of people that need help, and I'm trying to help out, and you guys can do your part as well. So I will see you next time. In the meantime, if you could please like, subscribe, share, do all the fun things that you can do to get this information out there. And please do this for all the content creators and all the truth speakers. We could use your help, and everybody could use it. So have a great day. Be well. And thanks everybody for checking in. Have a great day.